Hello and welcome to your reading. In this reading we are going to be talking about what it is that we need to release in order to move forward. If you are finding yourself stuck and not able to get past a certain situation, or if you're just seeing yourself in a constant spiral of like the same thing over and over again where you're just in a loop, this is going to help us know what it is that we need to release in order to get past this. And so let's see what Spirit, Divine, God, Goddess, our higher selves have to say about that. So what is it that we need to release? All right, we got a lot of cards already. So let's find out what we got here. You don't hate yourself. You hate not being yourself. I think every time I've used this deck, this card has come up. So I don't know who you are exactly, but if you've been coming after this reading, again, it's all about loving yourself. The truth always comes down to the fact that, yeah, you're unhappy, but you're unhappy because you're keeping part of yourself hidden and locked away. Not just from you, but from other people as well. And it's one of those things where we need to be ourselves in order to love ourselves. We need to be happy. We need to be ourselves. Accept how you feel, then move through it. Okay, so this is a beautiful reminder that negative emotions, I'm going to say negative because there's really not a negative emotion. Every emotion has its purpose. It just sucks being there. So the first thing you have to do is you have to accept how you feel, whether you feel guilty, shameful, regretful, angry, whatever it is, like allow yourself to feel it, then move through it. Let the emotion go. Work through the emotion. Work through the experience. Do some shadow work if you need to. This is that reminder that we don't stay stuck there. We move. Ooh. Yeah, I guess I do stuff, but I don't feel like any... Yeah, I guess I do stuff, but I don't feel like an actual thing yet. So this is a reminder that, like, yeah, you can do the thing. You can do the work, but it takes time for it to stick. This is that reminder that you can keep building that foundation and keep building that foundation, but it's going to take time. It's going to take time, and everything that you work towards literally just takes time. Think about if you are trying to lose weight, whether that be through eating healthy, whether that be exercise. It's one of those where you have to keep doing the thing, and then you're going to go through this pause of I'm doing it, but I'm not feeling it. And eventually after a while, yeah, you do feel it because you start to see how your life has changed because of it. But you have to keep going. So we're in a pause. I get that. World Maker is only a job in this final future. Okay, so what I love about this World Maker, it is only a job in the final future. That says that you really have to step it up and work towards that final future. Because if you want to make your world, the way it has to be, you have to be willing to climb the pyramid. You have to be willing to climb the steps. You have to be willing to do the work. There's a lot that needs to be done, and you can do it. You just need to do it. One thing at a time. Okay, I love this series of cards and events. This is adorable. This message is pretty straightforward just from these cards, but we're going to pull more, don't worry. So one thing at a time. Look at all those books. Look at everything that she has behind her. This character's like, you know what? I'm going to read one book at a time because that's all you can do. You can't read multiple books at a time. You might be reading multiple books at the same time in the sense of you're, going back and forth between books, but you can only read one book at a time. Trust me, I'm a reader. I also like to read multiple books at the same time. I like to have options, but when it comes down to it, I'm only able to read one at a time. I can't read. I don't have the ability to multi-read. I don't think any of us do. So let's go ahead and see what the tarot cards have to say about this, because what we need to release is the mask. What we need to release is the idea that our emotions aren't valid. Okay. What we need to release is the expectation that it's going to happen now. What we need to release is that we can do it all at once, because we can't. So the Tower, I love that this card popped out, like literally just was like, hey, me. Because the Tower is asking for change. The Tower is saying change is going to happen, and you either can ride the wave or you can, find yourself almost drowning in it. It's up to you. The Tower card is there to make change. It's there to make waves. It's there to help you break down whatever is holding you back. And then we have the Emperor in his reverse position. So the Emperor in the reverse position is a card of what I like to call controlled chaos. What do I mean by that? Okay, so the Emperor is all about structure, reasoning, actively doing things. And when he's reversed, this is one of those times where you decided that you are going to deep clean and reorganize a room. So you pulled everything out and now you're in the oh shit phase. What did I just do? What did I just sign myself up for? Because it's chaos. Your room is utter chaos right now. But it's up to you to create the structure, to create the organization, to bring the chaos back into organization, back into structure. And you have the ability to do that. You just need to see what you need to let go of, what we need to purge, what no longer serves us, and find homes for the stuff that does. So what's our last card here? King of Wands in its reverse position. A lot of resistance going on. Because the King of Wands in its reverse position, the King of Wands, and this is gender neutral, both the Emperor and the King of Wands belong to both male and female here, because this is aspects of who you are as a person. And the King of Wands is coming through and saying, hey, we know how to get stuff done. We know what to do. We know how to lead fairly. We know how to be good and honest. We know how to do exactly what it is that we need to do to create our reality. We just don't want to, because it's a lot of work. We're exhausted and we're tired of feeling like the weight of the world is on our shoulders. Here's the thing. The King of Wands in its reverse position is impulsive and flighty and just wants to find an easy out. But the easy out is not an answer. There is no easy out. We need to turn this around and we need to start taking responsibility and saying, I'm going to keep doing the thing until it actually becomes a thing. I'm going to climb the pyramid until I get to the world that I wanted, the one I create. We're just going to keep doing it one at a time. And we're going to work through these emotions. We're going to work through them to get past them. And we are going to be ourselves. We are going to love ourselves. Because this is what's important. All this is to help us get to who we truly are. But in order to get to who you truly are, we need to start working on the other things. So what is keeping us from just trusting everything? Why are these resistances coming so far? Spirit, help me understand exactly what it is that we need to deal with in order to get past this. Because this feels like it's one of those things where we've been working at this for a minute, or we're just so involved that we don't even know that we're still wearing a mask. All right, the first card that we got is Hater, and I love that Hater has a book, okay? There's a thing with books going on right now. Let's talk about Hater, because Hater shows that part of the problem is that you are writing off of someone else's script. What do I mean by that? You're letting the Hater tell the story. You aren't telling the story. They are telling the story, and you're giving them the chance and the truth to have that story be true. So they're creating it, and you're reading it following the script. Thing about this is, if you're going to authentically be yourself, you need to stop following their script. And this is coming from someone who has been villainized so many times in her job for doing exactly what is right when I used to work 9-to-5 jobs. When I worked 9-to-5 jobs, when I was a daycare teacher specifically, there is a bunch of stupid rules and guidelines that you have to follow in order to take care of kids that only apply in a daycare setting. Don't apply in a person's home, don't apply if you're a mom and dad, only apply in a daycare setting. And as a lead teacher, it's my job to enforce those things or else I would get in trouble. And every new aide that came into my room who was a mom was like, well, then how did I raise my kids if I didn't do all this stuff right? And then think that they would know better. And then there would be this friction between us, and then they would tell everyone how of a terrible person I was and yada, yada, yada. But here was the fun part. As soon as they went to other people's rooms, it was like, oh, this new aide, why is she not listening? Why is she not doing what she's supposed to? Why is she not treating the kids the way that she's supposed to? Like, all of a sudden, I wasn't the villain. The aide was the one who was the actual hater, hating on themselves, using me as their plot point, and then I kept being myself and everyone saw the turnaround. So don't let the hater script. Don't follow that script. Be you, do you, and continue to make your own script. Say less. Oh my goodness, that was literally what I was just talking about. How it's one of those things where, like, yeah, people are going to talk. They're going to say what they need to. Stop defending yourself and start being yourself. Because if you start being yourself, if you start letting your actions show your true character, what people say isn't going to matter. That, yeah, some people are going to believe it. And here's the thing. The people that are going to believe the gossip, the hater, the one who's writing that script, they're also going to be the ones that you don't want around you. So when I have people talking behind my back and saying shit, I'm thankful for that, because honestly, I know that they're weeding out the people I don't want to be friends with. Because those people who are believing them, A, aren't my crowd. My crowd is going to give me a chance no matter what the, haters say. And B, they're going to be just gossiping and they're going to be talking about my back behind me anyway and saying good things to my face. And I don't need that type of crowd. So say less, do more. Ooh, spiritual bath. Okay, I like this one. Because this is telling me that you just need a proper cleansing. And what do I mean by that? I mean maybe just taking a shower, asking spirit, source, universe, God, whoever it is that you believe in, and saying, wash everything away from me. Wash away the mask, wash away the doubt, wash away the insecurity. Help me feel full within who I am. And I just love the image because it's like spirit is right there and the water is flowing onto the person. But that is also you cleansing yourself. You have the ability to decide what is going to be with you and what isn't going to be with you. So give yourself the ability to say, you know what? I want to live my life. I want to be myself. I want to care less about what other people say. And I want people to see who I truly am. Talk less, do more. That tower moment is going to happen. And when that tower moment happens, allow your character to be what defines you. Not what you say, but your character, what you do. Because at the end of the day, that is going to be seen and that is going to triumph. I can promise you this. I've had this just so many times in my life that I know that when people created stories, said terrible things about me, made me out to be this worse than normal person, and then they moved into another situation and all of a sudden, everything that they said about me, people were saying about them and realizing, oh, it wasn't Kirsten, it was really them. So just allow it to happen. You can't control what other people say. You can't control what other people think. You can only control what you do. So what are some words that can help us, that can give us encouragement to get through this? Because if you're being villainized, if you're not feeling yourself, if you are wearing a mask, there's a reason for it. And it's not because you feel safe. It's because you don't feel safe right now. So let's just ask for some encouragement on what we can do to, help us remember who we truly are and what we can do, what we can create, who we can be. Oh, okay. And this card, I'm feeling this card. All right, so these are the ones that flew first. So the first thing we have is the distraction of shiny things. So this is a reminder not to get distracted by shiny things. And shiny things can be anything. Shiny things can be you going, ooh, if I take this course, it's going to change my life. Ooh, if I buy that purse, I'm going to be happy. Ooh, if I allow myself to chase this new love, it's going to be exactly what I need, even though I see all the red flags. The distraction of shiny things is literally you just going from thing to thing to thing, hoping to find happiness in it. So let's take that distraction away from us and let's allow ourselves to find happiness in real time. And then we have ambush fear with your ferocious dreams. So what I love about this card is it's got an elephant on it. And an elephant is not an animal that is going to run unless it has a reason to run. It runs to protect itself or it runs to attack something. And it takes a lot for it to want to attack something. So here's the thing. When it says ambush fear with your ferocious dreams, this elephant is ready to attack those fears and say, you no longer control me. And try stopping an elephant. I wish you luck. You're gonna get knocked over, tumbled over, and probably broken in half. So when we have ambush fear with your ferocious dream, be that elephant. Tell those fears to F off and say, you're not going to be controlling me anymore. I am going to start being myself and living for myself. I'm going to do it one thing at a time, and I'm going to do it until I feel like myself. Welcome to Divine Masculine. Oh my goodness, this is great, because this is what I kept saying over and over again. The Divine Masculine isn't about you being male or female. It is about you doing the thing. The Divine Masculinity is all about action, taking action and doing. And that's all you need to do, is you just need to be yourself. You don't have to tell anyone. You don't have to talk about it. You don't have to even, to make decisions with anyone else other than yourself to be yourself. So just start doing. Start doing the thing that you want to do that shows who you really are. The rest of this will eventually fade away. All right, one last deck, just to get a few affirmations or just something to help us ease into this action, to help us understand what it is that we need in order to get past this fear that's holding us back, this impulsivity, this want to have people listen instead of act. Okay, that was a lot of cards. Okay, I guess we're gonna do all of them. We'll do all of them. You are safe to create a life that feels right for you. Okay, that's beautiful. It's telling you that you already are the light tower and you're safe to create a life that feels right to you. So start creating. Start doing the creation. Trust your instincts to guide you toward your truth. That's beautiful, because this is also a butterfly. And a butterfly has to go through transformation, has to go through a tower moment in order to fly. So trust your instincts. Allow it to guide you in whatever that is. You deserve to feel good for being exactly who you are. Okay, this message cannot be more put out there with this reading. You need to do you, you need to be you, and you need to feel good doing it, but you do have to do the work in order to make that happen. To lift yourself up, release what has been weighing you down. And that's the mask. That's the opinions of others. And I love this imagery with it, because literally you just need to see the opinions of others as these leaves falling off the trees. They no longer serve you. They never have served you. Or maybe they did, but now they don't, and we need to let them go. You need to grow. Setting clear boundaries is also an act of self-love. Sorry, let me repeat that. Setting clear boundaries is an act of self-love. So that's a beautiful reminder that maybe you do need to set boundaries. Maybe this has something to do with the boundaries with yourself or other people, but boundaries is self-love. And the last card that Spirit wants us to read. The relief you're seeking is already within you. Okay, come on. This reading has been telling you that you can do that you have everything, that you just need to do the work, that it's one step at a time. I don't know how much more permission that this reading can possibly give you, but just do you. Be you. Take the actions. And if you're worried or have any type of fear about something, write it down in the comments. Let's talk it out and let's get you to the point where you can truly love yourself. Let's work through whatever emotion you have to and understand that, one thing at a time is one thing at a time, and you got this. You can do it. If you would like a personal reading to help you to understand maybe what boundaries you need to set or how to help you go inward, there is a link in the description below. Click on the link and we can schedule a private reading. That is all I have for you today. If you'd like more readings, feel free to subscribe to my channel. I hope that this has helped you, and I wish you luck with everything, and I hope you have a great day.